Communication skills are important to everyone. They help us to give and receive information and convey our ideas and opinions to others. Communication comes in various forms such as verbal, oral, non-verbal, written and visual. Today we are going to discuss each and everything in detail. Let's start. First of all, what is communication? Communication is the act of transmitting and receiving information. It's just like that you are chatting to someone and you are presenting your ideas and getting the feedback from the other person to whom you are talking. So what are the methods of communication? The first one is the verbal communication. In this means of communication, we use oral, that means we use our words and written words to exchange our ideas. So the definition goes like this: the means of communication through oral and written words are used is a verbal communication. It can be oral or written. The oral communication comprises speaking and listening. The conversation may be face to face, through mobile, interview, speeches, workshop or group discussions. In this method of communication, one person talks and the other one listens. The next one is the written communication. In this medium of communication, we use written words to convey or receive the thoughts. It may be letters, emails, websites, reports, and many more. So if you are reading a letter, newspaper or any other written material, it is a written communication. What are the advantages of verbal communication? Verbal communication saves time and the feedback or response is quick. It is reliable and cheaper way to communicate. The doubts are cleared immediately. Suppose if you are talking to your friend face to face, you present your ideas and you get the response from your friend very quickly, means at the same time. But if you send a message to your friend or write a letter to someone, to get the feedback or response, you have to wait for some time. Well, there are some disadvantages of verbal communication. Your emotions are visible in face-to-face verbal communication, which sometimes lead to problem. One can deny the fact once is said unless it is recorded. This may not be suitable for lengthy messages. One can misplace or misinterpret the written communication. Means in the face-to-face verbal communication, the facial expressions may affect the conversation. The next one is the non-verbal communication. This type of communication takes place without oral or written words. It may take place in the form of eye contact, gestures, body language, touch, symbols, proximity, personal appearance, visual communication, facial expression, and humor. Eye says lots of things. Through the eye contact, you can identify whether the person is interested in your matter or in your topic or not. The next one is gestures. It helps you to find out the interest of the listener in your matter or in your messages. The next important one is the body language, and it plays a very important role in communication. The body language conveys a lot about a person's personality. The next one is the facial expressions. Looking at the face or the facial expressions of a person, you can easily identify or find out whether he is interested or what is the reaction of your communication on him. Facial expressions can easily observe at the time of the communications. Next, advantages of non-verbal communication. It conveys clear and precise meaning. It is presentable through visuals, audio visuals, and silent means. It is a substitute verbal communication. Generally, you see lots of signboards on the roads and various institutions. Now, the disadvantages of non-verbal communications. Sometimes this may be imprecise, it may be confusing as no clear message is conveyed. Long conversation is not possible in this means. It can be costly as neon signs. Neon signs are the signboards which are displayed at the traffic signals. Next, what is the communication cycle? The steps in the communication cycles are communicator, encoding, message, medium, transmission, receiver, decoding, and finally feedback. Communicator is the person sending the message. Encoding means to change the message into the form suitable for sending. The message is the actual information to be sent. The medium or the channel is the way through which the message has to be sent. After transmission, the receiver receives the message. The communicator or the sender is the person who decides what the message is, how it will be expressed and sent, and to whom it is to be sent. This is the first process in the communication cycle. Next one is the encoding. It applies to the format in which the message is to be sent, that means the language, medium or channel. The next one is the message. It is the actual information that the sender wants to convey, or it is the information that has to be sent. The next one is the medium. It is the means by which the message is to be sent, means by phone, by letter, by email, or whatever the user or the sender wants to. Next one is the transmission. It is the one-way method which the message is sent to the receiver. Receiver is the person or organization to whom the message is sent. Decoding, the process by which the receiver interprets or understands the message. Sometimes the receiver is unable to understand if not properly decoded, means it is not properly explained. The next one is the feedback. Feedback is the receiver's response to the message. Clarification is the part of communication. Without feedback, the communication is incomplete. This means what message or information you have conveyed to your friend or anybody, and what response or feedback he gives back to you. Next, we will see what are the principles of communications. For an effective communication, you must follow the 7 C's. The first C is conciseness, next correctness, next consideration, clarity, courtesy, concreteness, and completeness. So your communication must be very concise, it should be correct, and it should be in the form of consideration. It should be very clear, and courtesy, as well as concreteness and complete. That means it should be very complete. Basic writing skills are very important for a effective communication skill. You must be well versed in the language that you are communicating. For example, if you are using English, then you must be well versed in English grammar. There are some important points to remember. Please go through these. Thank you for watching us. We will be back with the next part of this series. Thank you.